What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Today we're talking about our quick and dirty top 30 running backs and our top 24 quarterbacks for Week 5 fantasy football here today. Now, before we get into the rankings, we have a couple of updates, both of them for the Thursday night football game. When we did our start-sit videos, we were waiting on some information on a few players, Melvin Gordon and Jonathan Taylor. Well, since then, Jonathan Taylor has been ruled out. Thankfully, we know before game time, right? So what does that mean going forward for the backfield of the Indianapolis Colts? It means we're going to see a lot more Nyheim Hines, and we're probably going to see some Phillip Lindsay as well. It's going to be a split. If I had to put my money on just one guy, it would be Nyheim Hines for that pass-catching upside. But what really worries me is if they're on the goal line, that could be Phillip Lindsay, and that worries me just a little bit. I'm going to have Hines in my rankings in this show here today, and he's going to be fringe top 25. It's still a difficult matchup for him, but if I have to start a running back in the backfield for the Colts this week, it's going to be Nyheim Hines. The other update is on the opposite side of the football. It's with Melvin Gordon. During our start-sit video, he was dealing with a quote-unquote neck injury. Didn't really know if he was injured or if that was just a way of saying, hey, the guy's fumbled a lot here the last couple of weeks. We're going to just sit him down and have a real-to-real talk with this guy. And that's really where I believe this went. Reports have already come out that they're going to lean heavily on Melvin Gordon. But don't forget, they still have Mike Boone, and they've just brought in Latavius Murray. I am moving Melvin Gordon, now that I know he is actually healthy, to the start column as well. He was going to be close regardless, but now that it looks like he should be good to go, get the bulk of the volume, he's moving into that start column, but not somebody who I'm just going to astronomically jump in my rankings. He'll be inside the top 30, but not crazy high. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the rankings. Now let's start off with quarterbacks. So let's look at our top 24 quarterbacks for Week 5. All right, here we go. Just a reminder, these are just quick run-throughs of our rankings. If you're looking for all the detailed information, that is in our start-sit videos, so make sure you check those out after this show. If you haven't already, to maybe get a few of the answers that you may have as to why we have players ranked where we do. So let's start it off. Right here at the top, we got Patrick Mahomes, who's been playing lights out lately. Really, the top 4 shouldn't be much of a surprise, right? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts. So after the top 4, we got Joe Burrow this week, somebody who's passing offense really starting to click. Does he have T. Higgins this week? That's one question mark. Justin Herbert at 6, looking like he could be without Keenan Allen once again. Tom Brady at 7. Glad to see that he's got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin back at his disposal. 8's going to be Derek Carr in that potential shootout against Patrick Mahomes. 9, Kirk Cousins. Can they continue to get Justin Jefferson going? 10, Kyler Murray. They're going to be a difficult matchup for Kyler Murray, and he's really not running the ball a lot with his feet, so we're going to be a little bit more reliant on a big passing day. That's why I've got him dropped down to 10. 11, Jared Goff, who's just putting up crazy numbers right now, followed by Aaron Rodgers, who seems to be comfortable with Romeo Doubs and Alan Lazard. Yes, I know it's Dobbs, but Doubs is so much funner to say. How about 13, Russell Wilson, finally starting to get going in this offense. Maybe no Javonte Williams, forces him to throw the ball a little bit more. 14's Trevor Lawrence, showing that he can throw multiple touchdowns each week. 15, Geno Smith, surprising everybody this year, playing great football. Super happy to see Geno doing great out there. 16's Carson Wentz, has struggled the last couple weeks with the pass rush. Hopefully he can get somewhat back on track this week. 17, Ryan Tannehill. Tanny's just a safe, solid quarterback, right? He's not going to have an overly high ceiling, but he's got a safe floor. 18, Teddy B, with all the weapons he has in Miami. A big play or two could definitely happen. 19, Matt Ryan, playing Thursday night football. Can he please start throwing the ball to Michael Pittman more? 20 is Zach Wilson, like what we saw from him last week in his first game of the season. Expect him to build off of that going forward. 21 is Matthew Stafford, who looks lost in LA right now because all they have is Cooper Kupp. The thing about that is Cooper Kupp is enough to make Matthew Stafford a top 25 quarterback probably still, so he's sitting at 21. 22 is Jacoby Brissett. Really an up and down offense. We know they're going to be run heavy, but they just can't seem to find consistency with Amari Cooper. 23 is Jimmy G, similar to Ryan Tannehill, that safe, solid floor, not a very high ceiling. And then 24, Cooper Rush, Dallas Cowboys. When you watch the game on Sunday, it doesn't feel like you're watching a backup quarterback play. Cooper Rush doing a great job, got him right here at 24. Now, I know the quarterback position is fun and all, but the whole reason you're here probably is the quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for Week 5. Here we go. And right here at the top, Sir Nicholas Chubb. To all of you out there, the guy is absolutely dominating right now, getting touches, getting touchdowns, and we absolutely love it. Number 2, Saquon Barkley, really the only offense in New York. 3, Austin Eckler, saw the big bounce back last week. Can that continue with no Keenan Allen once again? 4, Derrick Henry. We kind of know what to expect with Derrick Henry each and every week. 20 plus touches, more than likely a touchdown got him at 4. 5 is Dalvin Cook, playing through that injury, getting the volume. 6 is Joe Mixon, highly inefficient, but luckily the guy's getting close to 30 touches a game, and I got him right here at number 6. Number 7 is Aaron Jones. Probably the opposite of Joe Mixon, right? Super efficient is Aaron Jones, making big plays happen on the regular. Got him at 7. 8 is Christian McCaffrey. Difficult matchup, but I like the pass catching work that we saw last week. 9, Uncle Lenny, Leonard Fournette. Going to have more opportunities to score in an offense that contains Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, so he's at 9. 10 is James Robinson, looking for a bounce back and a better matchup here this week. 11, Alvin Kamara. Hopefully he plays this week, right? We had Alvin Kamara in a similar spot last week. Last minute, decided not to play. Hopefully we get him this week because he'd be in line for huge volume with potentially no Michael Thomas once again. 12 is Josh Jacobs in that matchup Monday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs. He's going to have an opportunity at a touchdown or 2. 13, Dameon Pierce getting close to 20 touches a game. 14 is Miles Sanders. They've finally committed to Miles Sanders, and I love the production we're seeing because of it. Got him at 14. 15, Damian Harris. I expect a lot of volume going the way of the running backs this week. 16 is J.K. Dobbins. Love to see him getting back to full health. A fully healthy J.K. Dobbins is a very dangerous J.K. Dobbins. If we can get him close to 100%, he could definitely be a huge boost to your fantasy team. 17, CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It may not be pretty, but the guy's getting a lot of touchdown opportunities. 18 is Jamal Williams. No DeAndre Swift, more than likely again. Fire up Jamal Williams, got him at 18. 19, Khalil Herbert. With David Montgomery still not practicing, look like we're going to have another week of Herbert here in Chicago. 20, Breece Hall. He's going to be a guy that slowly climbs up these rankings. He can play all 3 downs, and now that he kind of broke that cherry into the end zone, expect more touchdowns coming for Breece Hall. Got him at 20. 21 is Ramondre Stevenson, the backfield mate of Damian Harris. If I love Damian Harris for the potential volume, you might as well love Ramondre Stevenson too, because it's basically a 50-50 split. Which will take us to Melvin Gordon right here at 22. We just talked about him in the opening. Going to slot him right at 22 because there is still going to be a split in this backfield, and it's not overly the easiest matchup here this week either. I'm tempering expectations, got him at 22. On to 23, it's Jeff Wilson Jr., San Francisco 49ers, going up against the Carolina Panthers. Dude ran hard against the Rams last week. Loved the big playability, got him at 23. 24 is a huge disappointment. It's Najee Harris in a difficult matchup going up against Buffalo this week. Najee hasn't really been the model of efficiency, and I'll be damned if Kenny Pickett ain't stealing goal line touchdowns. 25, James Conner, Arizona Cardinals, a difficult matchup for him, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. 26 is where I have Nyheim Hines. Similar situation to Melvin Gordon. I expect a lot more Nyheim Hines this week, but I'm not counting out the fact that we could also see quite a bit of Phillip Lindsay if this ball game is close. So I got Hines at 26. 27 is A.J. Dillon. Hasn't been able to find the end zone, is dropping his ceiling down a little bit, but he's still getting volume each and every week. 28 is going to be Kareem Hunt. Cleveland Browns, at some point this guy's going to have another big game, and it'll probably come at the expense of Nick Chubb, but right now it's not happening. Got him at 28. 29 is Antonio Gibson. Then until we hear further word on Brian Robinson, I got Gibson at 29. 30, Zeke Elliott, another disappointment. They cannot get Dak Prescott in this offensive line healthy enough. I got Zeke at 30. But like each and every week, I'm a man of the people. I got to give you more than 30. I got to give you my first 5 out because there's a lot of guys from that 25 to 35 range that are kind of interchangeable at this point. So who are my first 5 out? First one is Raheem Mostert, Miami Dolphins. Seems to be the lead guy in that backfield now. Chase Edmonds not doing a whole lot of nothing. Rashad Penny next. He's missing practice on Wednesday, which is not ideal, but it's not out of the ordinary for him either. Coming off a huge day. Devin Singletary again. Coming off another week in which he's seen decent pass catching volume. Can that stick around? Tyler Algier of the Atlanta Falcons going to get a chance to kind of be the lead guy in that backfield with no Cordero Patterson. But a super difficult matchup going up against Tampa Bay. And he's got to contend with Caleb Huntley as well. And then Travis Etienne, a great matchup this week for the Jaguars. Travis Etienne could find the end zone this week. It's going to happen at some point. The big play is right around the corner. Another guy I just don't want people to forget about and write off early in this season because he started so slow. But like we always say, don't just come here and blindly follow rankings. You got to make sure you look at the entire picture and find out what's best for your team. If all of our rankings always matched, watching these videos would be absolutely pointless. The entire purpose of watching rankings videos is for you to get different perspectives on different players so that you in turn can build the entire story for that player and make the best possible decision for your fantasy team, and that's how you walk away with more wins each and every week playing this game that we all love just so much. If you enjoy the content, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. The channel just hit 170K. Thank you so much, Headliner Nation. Next stop, 200, baby. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we'll talk to you later.